Episode 3, Bath to Glory. You know the drill. It is the Tactically YouTube channel. Thank you for giving it a watch. We're doing alright. It's not too bad in Football Manager at the moment. Let's jump into it and see how we get on in this episode. Short and sweet, back into the flow of things, and here you can see how we're getting on. We're in 5th at the minute in the National League, Enterprise National League South. Only 2 points off top, albeit Worthing do have a couple of games in hand, but we've got a huge game against Dagenham and Redbridge to bring for you today, and then we will skip a couple and play that Enfield Town game to take us in towards that festive period. But it is Dagenham and Redbridge will be facing first, and if we go to our tactics board, you can see we've made some signings. This one, Corey Andrews has come in. Decent pace, decent acceleration for this level. His finishing is alright. We'll just have to hope he can actually score a few. But that was mainly because, and he's only just come in to be fair, but that's mainly because Scott Wilson has scored once this season, and that's just not good enough. It seems to be a kind of trend with this team at the minute. We don't seem to score many goals. That isn't the only signing we've made. Louis Henry has come in purely because I was getting a bit fed up with Greenslade. He just wasn't doing anything. He's on quite a bit of money. I want to get rid of him. And of course he kicked up a bit of a fuss. Sorry, Danny. Can you please just leave the club? I'm being nice about it. But he wasn't very happy about it. Neither was Tomlinson when I asked him to cancel his contract. They don't cancel contracts in Football Manager. They don't like it. So that's the team we're going for. I've got some of those, or some more strikers in on trial just to see if they were any good. Turns out they're not. And these are loan players. Also not very good, so they're kind of just rotting away as squad depth at the minute. But let's go to the Dagenham and Redbridge match and see how we get on in this save. We're still going with that direct counter-attack. I've got a wing play trained up as well for games where you can go after the opponents. But Dagenham and Redbridge, a match that we're probably going to be on the back foot for quite a bit. I know we're at home, so we could take it to them. But I'm happy to sit back and kind of invite a bit of pressure on. The direct counter-attack seems to be doing quite well for us in games where we're expected to kind of be under the cosh. But we've got Andy Carroll to come up against, which this seems a bit surreal at this level. But, you know, given where we were expected to be at the start of this season, I don't think 5th is too bad. I would take playoffs. Obviously, when it's right there and you're only 2 points or whatever off top, you want to be going for it, don't you? But we'll see. We'll see how we get along. I'm not too fussed. I'll take playoffs in this first season. I think it's going to be... I kind of get the sense in Football Manager that you're not going to be able to do, especially this year. I've not tried it. Obviously, no one's really got that far into the game. But I don't get the sense you're going to be able to do promotion after promotion after promotion after promotion that tended to be possible in years gone by. And we've just completely let Joe Haig run through our team there. That's not very good. That's not very good at all. And now we're already 1-0 down to Dagenham and Redbridge. This could be our undoing. Apparently, I am struck with the curse of just whenever I hit record, it going terribly. At the minute, we're not doing too well in this game, and they've got a free kickers Panther on their right-hand side, whips it in, two-man wall. Will we be able to get it away? It's towards Andy Carroll, and it is away. Now, can we actually counter-attack? Andrews has got the pace. He's into our penalty area. Anyone in the middle? No, it's tipped over and it's a corner. That's the issue when you've got a pacey striker. There's no one in your team that can keep up with him. But that's what we need to do more of. We need to do more of that in this game. I'm going to stick my neck out on the line. I'm really enjoying Football Manager this year. People complaining about bugs, and yes, there are a few, but I don't know. I think it's one of them. If I speak, I'm in trouble. But I think it's fine this year. Like it's a big change, and people don't like change. But sometimes you just have to get over yourself. if I'm honest, and I quite like the game this year. I quite like the game this year. Shoot me for going against traditional opinion. Shoot me for it, but I don't mind it. Parcells not having a great game. Neither is a Foka. Will that change in this moment? We've got a corner. Henry whips it in, and no, it won't change. Webb collects it. Relatively easy. What was the point in that highlight? Sometimes you get some silly highlights. Myers is having a good game. Like, had he been brought in? I forget if he's been brought in. We brought him in, Myers. He's been alright, to be fair. He's not changed the game, but he's been alright. I have noticed, though, when I bring on Alves, he just seems to be incredible coming in. Let's see how that goes and see if we can get anything from this game. I say, regardless what happens, we'll skip the next two games and we'll play that Enfield game, given they're in our sort of area. We've got a highlight right at the start of the half. Myers into the... What did I just say? He's been listening, because I just said that he's not been changing games, but he's been alright, and he's just come on and done that within 30 seconds of the start of the second half. We're level against Dagenham and Redbridge. Myers with the goal there. Brook Myers. What a finish that is, and what a run that was. That'll do his rating the world of good. Yeah, a 7.9. He's having the best game of them all at the moment. We're going to drop back to balanced, I think, and hope that we can get some more chances on the counter-attack. We're dominating the stats other than possession at the moment. I think we might need to get a big, lanky, tall centre-back in that can do something from headers, because the amount of corners we have and the amount of set pieces we have, we don't tend to score many of them, if I'm honest. So that might be the next on my shopping list, but we are currently over the wage budget, which is not very good. So we'll see if we can offload some of those players. The issue is, the only player that's not contracted to us is Binns, our goalkeeper, who came in because of an injury. I then dropped him for one game and we conceded 3. So he's come back into this lineup because I don't want to drop him. But I also now, that means, obviously, I can't cancel his contract. And that won't... And yeah, so I've got no money to work with, basically. And none of the players that are contracted want to leave. So we might need to try and find a free, lanky, tall centre-back to take on loan. That might be the way forward. We're into the 80th minute here out of nowhere, and I feel like we need to make some changes. Let's bring Beardmore on. This tends to be one of the substitutions we make most weeks. And let's bring Wilson... I was going to say let's bring Wilson on and see what he can do, but it's useless bringing on a player who doesn't score many goals. We've got to keep Brook Myers on. He's having a good game despite being on a yellow card and being the most tired player on the pitch. I think we'll go with that for now. Let's see if a bit of fresh energy up front in Ash can bring us anything. Maybe not, given the highlight starts with them having the ball. Andy Carroll, how old is he now? He's still on the pitch. He's got to be shattered. Can't imagine his stamina stats are particularly good in this game. It's played long and they clear it, but it's back to Beardmore. Beardmore, can he do anything? He can. He hits it well wide. That was terrible. Stephen Hawking might have got more power on a shot than that. Brook Myers out with a 7.9. Can he come up with a winner? He's got our equaliser. Can he get the winner? Can we get a winner in general? Well, we can't if they've got the ball on the halfway line. They're coming into the attacking third. It's hit long and it's cleared away. Alves back to Jenkins Davis. Can we build something on the counter-attack? Who knows? It's Alves. Plays it to Myers. Beardmore. It's over the bar. It's over the bar. Oh, the highlight continues though. The highlight continues. Let's see. Will anything happen? Let's hope not. Oh no. Wilson comes to the byline. It's stopped by Tilson. Can Tilson do anything? Beardmore out to Ash. This highlight's been going on for quite some time. I don't think that necessarily means there's a goal, unlike it did back in FM24. You just wondered where their players were there, and whether that was going to end in something terrible for us. Can Beardmore do anything? He's been involved quite a bit since he came onto the pitch. He's running past them like it's nobody's business. Oh, that was close. Alves, not having the best of games since he came on. But do you know what? A 1-1 against Dagenham and Redbridge, having been 1-0 down, and to be fair, being the better side in this game, I think we're here for the long haul. We're still 2 points off Enfield Town, who are top. If that's the same situation going into that Enfield Town match in a couple of weeks' time, it's going to be a very, very tasty match. Look how tight it is. Look how tight that league is, especially at this stage of the season. No one running away with it yet, which I think plays into our hands. Let's just have a look at that league table then and see where because in the season preview it still got us down here in 17th. It still got us in 17th. So we'll see. We'll see if we can actually keep it going. Actually, we're not in the best form in the league, are we? Draw, win, defeat. It's not ideal, but again, when you look at the teams that we've come up against recently, Horsham, to be fair, we should have beaten them. Slough probably should have beaten them, but again, you'll take it given we're behind in that game. Dagenham and Redbridge. So Hampton and Richmond and Weston-super-Mare to come up next. Where are they in the table? Weston-super-Mare 9th, Hampton and Richmond 18th. Hopefully I'll come back with 6 points. I'll see you in a mo. Yeah, turns out we're not back for the Enfield Town game. We'll do that one off camera because we've got the small matter of Weston-super-Mare coming up next. Our rivals, apparently, and the team currently second in the table and in pretty good form themselves. They've won at least their last 5 games. Yeah, they've won the last 5 games. Their last defeat to Oldham in the FA Cup, the last league game. Defeat coming the game before that. We could be in a spot of bother here, and they are our rivals, so I don't fancy losing this. So let's play them. Why not? Matthews I've given him a run in the team. He's been a bit bad. Wills Richards has kicked off. He's handed in a transfer request, so Baker can come back in to the side. And I'm going to give Alves a game. He started the season for us, but Afoka and Myers haven't been in the best form recently. Andrews is still yet to score for us, so that's not worrying at all going into a game where we need to perform. We're going to go with our direct counter-attack. I think that is the way forward. And I suppose we'll just see. Let's go. Our rivals, Weston-super-Mare. Never been. I'm sure it's nice. But let's hope we can beat them at the Optima Stadium, was that? The Optima Stadium. Interesting. Second in the table. And not a player face to their team. To be fair, we're missing 3, so we can't really talk. Since you were last with us, I should say we progressed in the FA Trophy. Actually, we beat Horsham, I think it was, 1-0, and then drew our previous game against Farnborough 1 each. Oh, sorry, that was goalless. Sorry, it wasn't 1 each. That would imply that we are good at scoring, which we're not. So just a small matter of our big local rivals to play, and ideally we need to come out of this with 3 points, else the top of the table could start sliding away from us, which is not ideal. 3 points off top, everyone has played all their games in hand, I believe. Weston-super-Mare, though, here on the left-hand side, whip it in, and they go 1-0 up straight away. Freddie Parker, and we're gonna have to go. We're gonna have to go for this because we can't sit back. Else, this could be a bit humbling. And there's another highlight pretty much straight away. They could go 2-0 up here, and I'm not here for it. It's headed away. Roos has it back to Jenkins Davis, who, despite being our best player on paper, hasn't done a huge amount this season. Throws it to Rains, and Corey Andrews gets his first goal for the club. We're straight back into it, an assist from Joe Rains. Exactly the perfect response that we needed. Is this going to be one of those crazy Football Manager games where it's won pretty much in the first half and it's all a bit crazy? We're down to 8th as it stands in the table, which is not ideal. But we'll see. We'll see where we can get to. Say Corey Andrews, that's his first goal for the club. We could do with him grabbing a few more, if we're honest. Look how tight it is at the top table. 3 teams tied on 33 points. Our rivals, Weston-super-Mare, one of them. Halfway through this first half, and it's 1 apiece. We have been we've had at least the better chances, pretty much equal on shots and shots on target at this point as we hit the 1/3 distance through this match. Farnborough now top of the table for what it's worth this point in the season. We have been top of the table, just not at the end of a match. We've been top of the table, I think, twice when we've been ahead in games, only to then draw them. So we've never actually been top of the table following the conclusion of a match. It's a shot on target from Andrews again, but it's well saved from the goalkeeper. Didn't really challenge him. Can we come up with anything straight away? Back to Corey Andrews. It'd be great if he could get 2 goals in his first goal for the club and swiftly follow it up. But it's with Coulson on their right-hand side. Back to Finn Parker, their goal scorer. What can Coulson do? He whips it into the box and it's headed away, but only as far as their midfielder. Back to Pope was that, and then headed away. But again, they come forward. We need to get our feet on the ball. There you go. I'll get the sentence out eventually, as Myers goes on a long run forward, but it is eventually clear. This highlight seems to be going on for quite some time. It's Roos and Jenkins Davis in the middle of our pitch, and then Corey Andrews. It's another goal for Corey Andrews. It's an assist for Jordan Alves. It was the right decision to start him, and we lead our rivals, Weston-super-Mare, 2-1 at the Optima Stadium. This could be a huge result for us. It could be a huge result for us. And as it stands, we'd be up to 5th. We would jump our rivals, Weston-super-Mare, and we'd just be 2 points off the top of the table. If we can get a few wins, and a nice little run going, we could really be in the business. But we've got to beat them first. We've still got another half of football to go. I think we're doing well, but we can find another gear to take control of this match. Corey Andrews, let's praise him. I'm delighted with your efforts in the final third. Go out there and get me another one. Get a hat-trick. You've not scored for us yet. You can go out and get a hat-trick. He's already scored more in this 45 minutes of football than the other one Wilson has in the whole season. So we'll take that. We will take that completely. But what can they do? We're 2 minutes into this second half. The worst thing they could do is get level, and they haven't got a corner to do that. Although we're playing it around the back, which is never nice to watch and always incredibly nervy. What can we do? We don't head it away. We only head it as far as Coulson, and Alves concedes the corner, which doesn't come to anything. Brilliant stuff. We don't need any more highlights, do we, in this match? We don't. We don't need any more highlights at all in this match. Worthing have taken the lead, which means they would remain or go top of the table, and we would still be 3 points away. Could Corey Andrews get his hat-trick? That would be hugely appreciated. Rains is quite tired, though, as is Henry. The issue is we only have one fullback. Well, we don't really have a fullback at all, really, on the bench, so they might just have to suck it up, to be honest. Matthews can only play right back as well, so that makes that decision easier. We'll bring him on, and let's bring Ash on as well. Myers is not having a good game, so let's not bring Myers. Let's bring a Foker on, sorry. Then do we swap them over? Let's swap them over and go with that, see if that makes any difference to our fortunes, and if we can get that 2-goal cushion, that would be hugely appreciated. But this will do my standing with the fans quite good. We are dominating in the middle of the park. Maybe it's, if we go to tactics, we've got 3 to their 2 in the middle of the park. So I'm just wondering, is it worth going a bit narrower and trying to dominate this middle bit. You know, there's a huge pocket of space here. You see it in the match engine as well. We are dominating in the middle of the park. We've got the numbers there. We just need to make it count. Can we do so? Let's find out as it's headed away from danger fry by Batten. He's got the ball again after a 1-2-3-4 with Matthews. Corey Andrews is through though. Can he make it 3? No, he can't, but he provides the assist to Chisom Afoka, who gets us that 2-goal cushion. It's a brilliant ball to Corey Andrews, who then squares it, and Afoka won't score an easier goal than that. We are 3-1 ahead against Weston-super-Mare. I made the right call to go back to this game, didn't I? Let's the Watchers lose the Enfield Town game. Watch that happen now, but we're up to 4th in the table now on goal difference, 3 points away from Worthing, who sit top of the table. That Enfield Town game, hugely interesting. You'll just have to wait till next episode to find out how that goes. Still a long way to go though in this season. It's probably not worth getting too excited just yet as it stands, as we clear it away from danger, and Corey Andrews and Afoka are 3 against 2 against 3 here, and Corey Andrews elects to go for the shot from distance. A 9.9 rating for him. Considering he's not done a huge amount since he joined the club, this has rather come out of nowhere, but we'll take it. We're going to go to defensive mentality. We don't need to score another goal here unless they get into it. That decision to go a bit narrower has really helped. Let's bring on Beardmore. I think I bring him on in pretty much every game now. He's just a nice bit of fresh legs in the middle of the park. Andrews is on a 10 out of 10. And you know what? I don't blame him. He's done all right, hasn't he? We should probably play him a bit more now. To be fair, he's started every game since he came into the club, and that bit of extra pace has really, really helped us. And now he's got that form. Hopefully, he can carry on scoring. What can we do here? Jenkins Davis out on the left-hand side, a late corner kick. This will be the last bit of action of the game. We've done very well to close out the game. He whips it in to Parcell at the back post. Henry has it. It's a bit of conundrum in the bit of faff in the middle as Andrews goes for the shot from distance. That'd have been a perfect way to round off his hat trick, but instead it ends 3-1. We beat our rivals Weston-super-Mare. Nice work, everyone. That was good. We've got an achievement as well. You can't see it. I would love it if we beat them. Yes, I would. Very much would. Up to 5th in the table, 3 points off Worthing in top. When do we play them? I don't know. Andrews takes the plaudits, as he should. Let's praise his performance. Really pleased at that. Keep going, Corey. Do you know what? I don't usually do these. Let's bask in the glory. Let's start the press conference. Comeback victories are always sweet. Yes. I'm very happy with that win. It's that we developed. Yes. We're performing well. Do you fear complacency? We're aware of the politics of success. I learned a lot, sure. You've shown little let up in this fantastic season by leaving notions of mid-table mediocrity. Well, sod you, Nathan. I thought we did all right. Tell us about he was terrific, wasn't he? Herald the rise of Davis ball. That's not worrying at all. Do you feel you have the upper hand? I'd like to think so. How are things between you? We have a very good working relationship. If you could give me some more money, though, would be happy. What are your thoughts on? I don't know. I don't care. Are they? Are they lighting? They're 10th. They're not lighting up the. Behave. That was. The questions still need a bit of work in Football Manager. We play Worthing. Oh, it's in the FA Trophy though, so we don't need to worry about that. When do we play them in the league? We play them on the 24th of January. Have we played them already this season? Is that our second game against them? Yes, we drew 1-1 on the first day of the season. There you go. We'll come back then, I think, for that Worthing game. If they're still around there. We'll probably come back at some point in January. We'll do Worthing and another game and January dealings, even though the transfer window's open all the time in the National League, but we'll come back to that at some point. But if you have liked the video, then make sure you hit subscribe, like it as well, and we'll be back with episode, I think it'll be 5 at that point, of of the Bath City Bath to Glory very, very soon. Thank you for watching.